Hello everyone, this is Anusha working as an assistant professor in Department of Freshman Engineering, St. Martin Engineering College. Today I am going to give presentation on semiconductor topic. Semiconductor is a branch of applied physics. Basically, electronic materials are divided in three types. One is conductor and one is insulator and another one is semiconductor material. Basically, semiconductors are lies between the conductor and also insulator. Coming to the conductors and insulator information, this is the main difference between the conductor and insulator. When we are clearly observe what is the conductor and what is the insulator, what is the semiconductor, this is a clear picture about the difference between what is the main difference between the three conductors. This is the insulator which has the more forbidden gap compared to semiconductor and conductor. This insulator having the more energy gap. And when we are seeing that conductor material, this is the forbidden between the valence band and also conduction band. This was fulfilled with the electrons. And coming to the semiconductor topic, which one having the proper electrical band gap, that is semiconductor. Semiconductor having 1.1 electrovolts means it is able to pass the current. What is the exactly meaning of the current? Current means a flow of electrons. That means which is allows the current. That is a main example for the semiconductor materials. Coming to the properties of semiconductor materials, semiconductors can conduct electricity under the preferable condition. That condition is energy gap. And this is unique properties which has the current properties. This is the properties which has the resistivity 10 to the power of minus 5 to 10 to the power of 6 ohms meters, and conductivity of this semiconductor material is 10 to the power of 5 to 10 to the power of minus 6 ohm meters, and temperature coefficient for resistance is negative, and current flow due to electrons and holes. When current flows, when the holes are occupying with the electrons presentation, then only the current is passing possible. And when we are discussing about the semiconductor materials, semiconductors are basically two types. One is intrinsic semiconductor and another one is extrinsic semiconductor. In this intrinsic semiconductor, when which no need doping, that is called intrinsic semiconductor. In this intrinsic semiconductor, pure form of germanium in silicon is the best example for the intrinsic semiconductor materials. And coming to the extrinsic semiconductor, basically this is need doping. In the doping material, semiconductors are two type. One is N type and another one is P type. P type require trivalent impurities. And N type is required pentavalent impurities. In this N type semiconductor, pentavalent impurities are example arsenic, okay, and donor impurities, okay. Trivalent in this P type material, trivalent impurity, the main example for this trivalent impurity P type is gallium and boron and also indium and also aluminum. These are the best example for the extrinsic semiconductor materials. When we compare to intrinsic and extrinsic semiconductor, these P type always occupying the holes, and N type always occupying the electrons. That is mainly occupying the electrons. Electrons always want to move one place to another place. These electrons are occupying the P type holes. When these holes are pairing with the electrons, there we can observe the depletion layer. That depletion layer is gives the result, okay. And next, coming to the intrinsic semiconductor material, this is the how the holes are occupying the electrons. This is a clear picture. When we are clear see the germanium, how the holes are occupying with the electrons. See, when we clearly observe the germanium, these covalent bonds is giving the result how the holes are occupying the electrons, okay. See, in intrinsic semiconductor materials is made to be very pure chemically based, okay. Germanium and silicon are the most common type of the intrinsic semiconductor material, and this is always having the 4 valence electrons, okay. They are bound to the atom by covalent bond and absolute zero also. And coming to extrinsic semiconductor, this is the extrinsic semiconductor construction. We already discussed about the example for the extrinsic semiconductor. the main example for the extrinsic semiconductor is arsenic and also silicon. These silicon are having the surroundings holes, okay na. These holes are occupying the electrons with electron. The conductivity of the semiconductors can be greatly improved by the introducing a small number of suitable replacement atoms called impurities. Impurities means which require the pairing. Okay, the process of adding impurity atoms to the pure semiconductor is called doping. Okay na. We already discussed about the what is the extrinsic and what is the intrinsic. So extrinsic always need the doping material, that only we mention here. Okay, doping requirement here, the doping what came means that that is extrinsic semiconductor, and these are the properties. Okay, and next this is the type of the semiconductor materials. So this is the clear image of the type of the semiconductor materials. This is the diode symbol. Okay, in the diode symbol, this is the negative charge and this is the positive charge. Okay, this is the actual symbol of the diode. Okay, now these are the both example symbol for the diodes. Okay, this is the transistor. Okay, this is the transistor for the example for the semiconductor types. Okay, in the semiconductor type, transistors are basically two types, that is PNP transistor and another one is NPN transistor. Okay, this is the example for in that PNP transistor and NPN transistor. This is the collector, this is the base, this is the emitter. Okay, when we clearly see that how the electrons are flowing, how the electrons are receiving, we can understand by using this picture. Okay, integrate circuit. In this integrate circuit, we are using semiconductor application. Okay, by using that semiconductor application, that ICs integrated circuits are placed in the electronic devices. Okay, this is the microprocessor. This is the example image for the microprocessor, and this is the memory chip. Memory chip is the storage material. Okay, and finally, the best example for the semiconductor materials and application for the semiconductor materials. These are all application for the semiconductor materials. Application for the semiconductor materials. Some example from that: mobile phones and televisions and alarm system and cameras, washing machine. Just generally we are using in electrical devices. All type of the advanced technology devices are based on the semiconductor devices only. When coming to the vehicles, okay, ATMs and airplanes and LED bulbs, we know that LED bulb is constructed with the semiconductor materials, which is the P-type semiconductor materials. LED means light emitting diode. Okay, now the diode is the one of the example for the semiconductor material. And coffee machines, toaster, these are the best example for the semiconductor materials. And coming to the semiconductor intrinsic extrinsic semiconductor, how the impurities are doping in the main atom. This is the example for the how that silicon is dope. Aluminum is doping with the silicon. This is the example. See the how holes are occupying the electrons. Okay, how the beside of the silicon, 4 atoms are surrounded, and these surrounding electrons are always moving one place to another place, and these moving electrons are occupying with the holes. Okay, this is the example for the how the atoms are occupying the place. Okay, in this semiconductor, the main process is to explain about the doping materials and also doping materials, and which needs the occupying the electrons and occupying the holes and electrons. Okay, na? This is the intrinsic type of the semiconductor materials. When we are seeing clearly, when we clearly see that intrinsic occupying the place of atoms. Okay, this is the tetravalent, and they are bound to the atom by a covalent band to at absolute zero. At absolute zero means temperature. That zero is here considered as a 0 Kelvin. That is the temperature value. Okay, in the observation of temperature, in the observation of temperature, that atoms are moving one place to, that holes are moving from one place to another place. Okay, this is the extrinsic semiconductor. In this is extrinsic semiconductor, when this is the boron, one example for the extrinsic semiconductor. This silicon is occupying the surrounding bonding with the boron only. These are the holes. Okay, na holes are always want the doping material. If that material having the holes means that need the electrons. Okay. These replacement atoms are called impurities. That impurities means here that impurities is placing with the doping materials only. Okay, these are when we want to discuss main topic about the semiconductor means semiconductors always electrical conductivity materials. Electrical conductivity materials always want the electronical charge. That electronic charge means when that electrons flows through the body, that there only that electricity is possible. Okay, see the why we mainly discuss about the resistivity, conductivity and temperature coefficient resistance means current flow. Okay, these are the current requirement parameters. Okay, for discussing about the semiconductor where we are using for getting the result, that result is called electricity result. That electricity result is only depend upon the device construction. That construction need the doping material. That doping material here we are calling that extrinsic semiconductor. That means intrinsic semiconductor, no need for doping material. Okay, and next one, this is the examples that already we discussed about that example for the semiconductor material. The semiconductor material is memory chip. Okay, which memory chip is used for the storage material. Nowadays frequently we are using for the storage, which we want to again and again, there we are using that memory chips. The memory chip means memory storage only. Okay, the microprocessor and the integrated circuits are the best example for the semiconductor material. Okay, and when we want to talk about that application of the semiconductor means nowadays electronic devices are ruling the technology, advanced technology. Okay, when we want to discuss about the more advanced technology means that is nanotechnology also one of the main branch of the this devices construction. Nowadays material science and nanotechnology is main basement for the construction of the electronic devices. Okay, this is the example and this is the one beautiful picture for the semiconductor devices. Okay, this is the basic example for the semiconductor materials. Okay, application of the semiconductor materials. Okay, now these are the example for the application of semiconductor material. Semiconductor materials. Semiconductor materials are electrical devices, are using in electrical devices. Application of this semiconductor material. Okay, application of semiconductor material. Okay, one is mobile using in mobile construction. Next one is machine. Third one is tablets. Nowadays we are using tablets. In the tablet construction, the semiconductors or devices are using for constructing the tablets. And fourth one is best example for the construction cameras and video recorders. Fifth one is washing machines. Okay, now these are the some example for the application for the semiconductor material. Okay, some example for the semiconductor material. See, all electrical devices are only based on the semiconductor. That means that semiconductor is the main example for the electronical devices. Okay, now which these are completely electronical devices are pairing with the semiconductor materials. Okay, now see, when we are seeing these all properties of the semiconductor materials and application of the semiconductor materials only because of the construction only. Okay, how can we discuss about the properties? If we want to use anywhere means we have to see the properties of the material. Okay, first we know about the meaning of the semiconductor mean. Okay, then after we want to see the properties. Okay, when we know about the properties, then we can decide. Okay, where we have to go that properties of semiconductor material. Okay, that's why we need to discuss about the properties of the semiconductor material. We already discussed discuss about the semiconductor material. Semiconductor materials all having the resistivity and conductivity and also temperature coefficient. Okay, when we clearly understanding the resistivity, what is the main purpose of the resistivity, what is the main purpose of the temperature coefficient, what is the main purpose of the conductivity, we can easily understand where we have to use the semiconductor material. Okay, now if we know about the properties of the semiconductor material, then we can use the semiconductor properties, and as we can use the we can apply the applications also, application purpose also. And when we see the conductivity of the semiconductor material, okay, it allows the current that we know. Okay, that's why we are using in the electrical devices. Okay, and and semiconductor, why semiconductor only using for the electrical devices means that need the electrical showing the pairing of the electrons. Okay, na, that means electronic charge always the electron flowing only. When the electrons flow, there only the electronic current is possible. Okay, in that possible way, that's why we are using the electronical devices. Okay, materials are mainly this semiconductor materials are basically, these semiconductor materials are basically depend upon the construction only. Okay, how the construction is happening, when the properties clearly explain about the construction, then we can easily understand how the semiconductor constructed. Okay, in this construction we have to remember how much that material having the forbidden gap in that body. Okay, this mainly when we want to discuss about the forbidden gap, when we want to discuss about the forbidden gap, there we have to remember how much the how much the forbidden gap is that material having. Okay, that material behavior also depend upon the forbidden gap. Okay, when we see this is the between these is the this EF is denoted by that forbidden gap is denoted by the EF. Okay, this EF is placed between the fill band and also conduction band. Okay, in that conduction band, that holes are placing, and in this valence band, the electrons. We know electrons always want to move from one place to another place. From this valence band, electrons are try to move one place to another place. That another place here we are calling that hole pairing process. Okay, in that when that electrons are moving from one place to another place, there that electrons are releasing or producing some energy. That energy is denoted by the forbidden gap. Okay, na, that forbidden gaps gives the result. Okay, different type of the materials, different type of the semiconductor materials are having the different forbidden gap. On the basis of that forbidden gap, we can use the semiconductor material in different applications. Okay, in that different applications, we want to say some p-type semiconductor materials means example, if we take the nickel oxide material, that is a basically nickel oxide material is the p-type semiconductor material. Okay, when this is the nickel oxide material. Okay, when we want to talk about the nickel oxide semiconductor material, okay, this nickel oxide material is a p-type semiconductor material. What type of the materials are semiconductor? P-type semiconductor material. Okay, na? This nickel oxide material p-type semiconductor is basically used in the battery construction. Battery construction, in electronical devices. Some examples also there. Okay, electrical one example for the battery construction, because that is having the nickel oxide in the construction of the battery in the construction of material. Okay, this is the best example for the nickel oxide. If you want to know about the p-type semiconductors means p-type semiconductors and the construction of the nickel oxide semiconductors means we have to learn, we have to know about the properties of the nickel oxide material. Okay, when we clearly see this nickel oxide material, that nickel oxide having the electrical properties and also optical properties. Okay, and also luminescence properties. These when that material shows the property, all type of the properties means that that material having the p-type in that body. Okay, p-type semiconductor means, that means here we are talking about the p-type means that is which type of the semiconductor, in intrinsic or extrinsic? Intrinsic, eccentric semiconductor. Okay, na, this p-type semiconductor, okay, this nickel oxide is basically constructed with the nickel ester tetrahydrate, and also when we are mixing the any alcohol material, we can get the nickel oxide, metal oxide type material. Okay, when we clearly observe, when I am saying that nickel oxide material is adding with some other material, means that nickel oxide require the doping material. That doping is here required, na. That's why we are calling that is extrinsic semiconductor. If that material don't want the doping material, that is called intrinsic semiconductor. Okay. Oh, this is the main difference between which don't need, no need for the doping, means that is extrinsic, which is need for the doping means that is called extrinsic semiconductor. Okay, so materials are when we want to discuss about the material, means we have to know what type of the material that one is, that is gas, or that is solid, that is liquid. Okay, now this is the main explanation for the material explanation. Okay, when we are seeing that material having the liquid phase, means that property is different. When we want to discuss about the solid material, means that is different material, that is the different properties, because in that body construction, the materials having the construction is depend, that properties also depend upon the construction only. That's why semiconductor devices only for you, semiconductors only using for the electrical devices construction only. Okay, not for all. Okay, and when coming to the point of the semiconductor properties, this is when we are coming to the semiconductor properties, we can clearly observe that charge carriers in semiconductor arise only because of external energy. External energy means that requires the external field and also external force. If we give the external field, then after only the electrons will get the excitation. That excitation gives the flowing energy for the electrons. Okay, in that electrons, when the electrons are excited from the place, then after only the electrons moves one place to another place, then after only that electrons are replaced, electrons are pairing with the holes. Okay, that holes, and in these semiconductor properties, semiconductors having this resistivity and conductivity properties, temperature of the coefficient of resistance and current flow. Okay, due to electrons and holes, that current only possible, that we already discussed about that current. Okay, temperature coefficient resistance. What is the meaning of the temperature coefficient? Okay, what is the temperature of coefficient? That we are saying now external energy, and what type of the external energy we are giving here? We are giving the, if we want to construct any any circuit, the circuit always needs the resistor, capacitor and battery connection. Okay, now these are the main source for the constructing of the circuit. Okay, the circuit purpose, we are giving any, without force, without external field, any circuit cannot run the electrons, cannot run the construction. Okay, for that construction we are giving the external force. Okay, now if that external energy is at the position of 0, that means there is no charge, there is no flowing, there is no energy. Okay, now if we are giving external force, means that electrons will run from one place to another place. When the electrons are flows one place to another place, means that electrons are in the running position, means that electrons having charge. Okay, when the electrons are having the charge, then after only electrons moves one place to another place. After pairing with the holes, that impurity is happen. That means that electrons and holes are pairing together. That means that doping was happen. Okay, doping was happen. And finally, application of semiconductor law. In that application semiconductor, advanced medical care, life-saving pharmaceuticals devices, and this agri-tech devices, we are using semiconductor for detecting. Okay, now we know about sensors, we know the detectors. Okay, generally we are using the photo cameras. How we are using in the cameras, how we are using in electrical devices, means the photo detector. That photo detectors means the detector is detecting the capture, then after only we are getting the result. Okay, in the detector, that materials is constructed with the semiconductor material. Okay, that semiconductor materials means already we shows the semiconductor properties some of the example for the semiconductor materials. For constructing the photo detector, the chips, the memory chips, and also that IC circuit, these are the construction main source for the electronical devices. And this is in some more example, when we coming to the LED bulbs, you know that the LED bulbs is depend upon the construction. You know what is the exactly meaning of the LED? When the light is fall down on the metal, then after electrons will ejected from the metal surface, then after only that construction in the condition, in the working condition, that from that we can understand, then electron, when the electrons are ejected from the surface, then after only we can understand that that process is running. Okay, in that process, when we clearly observe that electrons ejected means we are giving the external force. That external force means, so if external force means that having the charge. Okay na, if that external force having the energy, if that electrons metal having the charge, then after only that ejected is possible, electrons only possible. Okay na, LED bulbs are the main example which is convert the energy, light energy into electrical energy. Okay na, that when that LED, okay na, when we compare to solar energy, that solar light converter, the solar energy, the solar light is converted into electrical energy. These are the example. Solar is not constructed with the semiconductor metal, not that's why I'm saying LED bulbs. Okay na, solar panel is constructed with the semiconductor materials only, but solar is not running with the electrical charge. We are getting the electronical charge from the solar energy. Here when we are coming to the LED, light energy is converted into the electrical energy. That means optical energy is converted into the electrical energy. Okay, this is the main principle, working principle for the LED. Okay, you know the photoelectric effect also, because photoelectric effects means photo optical energy is converted into electrical energy. That is also based on the electrical charge. Okay, every electron is constructed with the electronic flows only. Okay, this is the some more example for the semiconductor materials means refrigerator. Okay, when we clearly observe that semiconductor material, you know that a semiconductor is also used for the storage capacity. Okay, is also for storing purpose also we are using the semiconductor materials. Okay, laptops. Okay, nowadays laptops are the main application for the every human being, because that laptop is needed for the every learning purpose, study purpose, industrial purpose, storage purpose. In every field we are using laptop for basic for getting the information, for getting the storaging, for getting the all result. Okay, if we want to know anything means we are easily searching for the we are using laptop. Okay, that laptop is constructed with the semiconductor devices. Okay, see some more example in television. Okay, nowadays different type of the televisions came, like LCD, like LED. Okay na, big screen TVs. Okay na, these are completely depend upon the storage capacity, that properties. We are LCD means LCD and LED. When we are seeing that LED, LCD, clearly we can understand that what that construction, that the LED is giving the uh, good good result and good light, good vision. Okay na, how we are getting compared to 1990 years, and compared to this running years, we are getting the good result in the vision, in the picture vision. We can observe yearly that electronical devices are more capacity and more properties. We are getting updated properties. We are getting the from understanding the properties. Okay na, if we want to use that materials means, we want to know the what type of the material, what type of the properties that is having, what type of the application that is having. If we want to construct any material means, we have to know, generally we have to know what type of the material that one. Okay, what type of the behavior that is showing, what type of the properties that is having, and what type of the application that gives the result in the future. Okay na, this is the example, all example for the semiconductor materials only. Okay na, semiconductor materials only. Okay na, if we place it that, if we constructed, if we communicated that electronic material into that optical properties, we can get the good result. Okay na, optical vision, light vision we can get. Okay na, if we want to construct any vision type light wise, we can understand what is the type of the properties. Okay na, if we want to if we want that electronical devices in the thermal properties, we can understand. First we have to understand what is the electrical properties and also what is the thermal properties. Okay na, properties is the main basic information for the material understanding purpose. Okay, finally what I want to say, the main source of these electronical devices constructed with the only only semiconductor devices. Okay na, first these are the example for the semiconductor. When we know understanding these different type of the application in different where we are using this different type of the application, in which field we are using applications, the semiconductor device, then after only we can understand the semiconductor importance. This is the topic today we discussed. Thank you.